I'm actually back in the lab where I did most of my PhD in terms of kind of the drug testing, all of the molecular assays, scratch assay, the Western plots, everything was done in this lab. So I managed to come just before my access is gone, anything else like that. It's crazy to think, some of the boxes are still here when I did my PhD. It's crazy to think I was here for what, 5, 6 years, and even after my PhD. So it's a bit surreal to come here. I think I'll probably come again with my colleagues that I still have researched with and connection with from a very passive point of view. So they probably won't have access anymore. It'd be nice to be still affiliated. So yeah, this is where I did bucket loads of MTT assays, so 96-well assays. I did it all here. Buckets of Western blot I did here. I was here till sometimes 3, 4 in the morning. When this place used to be so hot because it's kind of like a greenhouse with these windows, that a lot of the solvent bottles used to pop off. And when it was so cold, some of the assays didn't work as much because unfortunately this particular part of the lab is not temperature controlled, which is a bit frustrating. So yeah, this was one of the labs. This is a very impromptu video. I have not planned anything, so I want to try to go to the other labs. If you haven't seen the other labs in the first part, so yeah, this was the kind of cell culture and biological testing phase of my PhD in my career here in academia at this university. So believe it or not, this is where I used to sit in my PhD. This is where I used to do a lot of my writing, a lot of the analysis, sometimes till 2, 3 in the morning. When, as many of you know, my mother was ill throughout a lot of my PhD, so I used to go to the hospital, which is not far from here, come about 1 o'clock in the morning, grab some food, because of the time I used to be able to eat, and then crack on with work here, assays downstairs. So yeah, I used to be able to see, so if I show you a bit of a view, you can see down there. So when it used to be, quite dark, you see quite a lot of the night lights. So that building you see over there wasn't there first spot of my PhD. So yeah, it's crazy to think I spent a large part of my time here as well. It used to be really cold and then it used to get really hot as well. And as you can tell, quite a small little office. So yeah, this is where I did the bulk of kind of the 3rd and 4th year of my PhD, right here. So when I used to make all of the drugs that I did in my PhD, I used to come here to the LCMS and the HPLC, sorry. See, I forgot all my analytical chemistry knowledge. So I used to validate all of the drugs that I made to make sure that they were at least 95% pure. So I used to be here with lovely technician, Aamir is probably gone now, Nas, but you probably see a photo here on the video. I used to spend a lot of my time here, had loads of vials of all my drugs, and I used to go back and forth, make sure that they don't degrade and stuff like that. So I did a lot of practicals here as well. I used to demonstrate a lot. And it's crazy to think that, I got looked after very well by the team here. And I'm glad that out of all the labs in my time here at DMU, I used to enjoy coming here a lot because of the bond that I had with the team here. So although I'm leaving, it's kind of sad if I'm being brutally honest. I won't get to have the banter that I've had with them over many years, even though I haven't seen them for a while. But I have fun memories of my time here for sure. And although I forgot how to do absolutely everything, I'll have good things to look back on, which is nice. So yeah, this was the analytical chemistry suite that I used to do most of my analytical chemistry work in my PhD, and some actually post. So yeah, that's me here. This is where I did most of my PhD. This was the medicinal chemistry lab that I did a lot of my work in, and as you can see, a lot has changed. So between 2013 to 16, I was here most of the time. I was here till time doing some drawings. Believe it or not, you'll see, take a look here. There's still my handwriting on here nearly a decade later. It hasn't been moved. Everything still looks the same. It gives me goosebumps, it gives me great memories, very bad memories, breaking stuff, arguments, things not going well, the amount of drugs I made that didn't go well, didn't work, all the solvents, everything's going well. I'm not going to touch anything, I've got my gloves on, still remember some health and safety. But some of my handwriting is still on here. So I used to use a lot of this fume cover to make a lot of the drugs You know, you've got these Rambot flasks over here. I remember right here. I used to actually use them to synthesize the drugs. I don't think any of the flasks are still mine because the fridge and freezer is gone. It used to be down there. The last one. But yeah, like you could see all the posters from past master students. So in my first year of my PhD, I used to actually help them out. You can see that look mechanisms of how to synthesize drugs. You got the solvents, you know, animals, got TLC plates, which are what used to be here. There's still the rotovapors. It's mad. It's crazy. All these solvents, you know, like really dangerous solvents in here. It's mad. I spent so much of my time here in my research. So much of my time here. And it's mad. Like, do you think of how old this is? Bro? Look at this first intro. I think it's in frame. But look how stupid. But yeah, you can see. Look, this is. I can't put it into words. The nostalgia feeling of being here. Like this, this thing, this freeze dryer as well. That was always empty. Believe if you're Risa, you're watching this. The most expensive and hot commodity in this lab was this builder. Forget solvents and expensive drugs. Just finding that was hard to come by. That's like fuel. That's like oxygen, Wi-Fi. You know, it's mad to think that I used to be here. You know, how many years? Even these blue labels, these iconic blue labels that I made. I remember making these. It's mad to think. Way out the compounds. You know, I'm just going. I could spend hours here just going through all the stuff that I did. You know, these fridges probably have some of the compounds in here. You know. Let's see. Yeah. So hold on. You're probably able to see. That says what? Good batch. That's my handwriting. It's mad to think like ethanol for recry. Ethanol for recry is ethanol for recrystallization. That's this is nuts. Look, acetonitrile, Aamir. Acetonitrile, Aamir. Magnesium sulfate we used to use for drying, if I can remember, you know, when we do quantum chromatography. It's nuts. I'm here. Wow. It's crazy. You can see other parts of the lab I used to work in this very impromptu vlog. You see me later on saying that I did not plan this. I just had a bit of time. I was on campus. I thought, let me go and see the lab I used to work in. So now we come to the end. This is the kind of PhD space or PhD office room where this is kind of the lunch area. You see the bureau of where I used to sit, where I used to do most of my thesis writing. And yeah, we had so many kind of fun conversations with the rest of the team, you know, and that's something I really do miss, that the bond and, you know, being like in the trenches type of thing, because many of us were going through very difficult things in our PhD, and we used to have like monthly socials, we all get together. For many, you know, international students, you know, this was kind of family. You know, for me, with all the stuff that was going on as well, you know, having that bond with these PhD students, yes, many of them have gone on to, you know, great things, there's a bit of contact, but the notion is that this is where we all reside in, house, and whenever things were going bad, we used to come here, you know, conversations, eat till, again, you know, 2 or 3 in the morning, you know, we sometimes used to leave when the early starters used to come in terms of the cleaning staff and early academics. And yeah, this is tons of conversations sitting here. You can look out, I'm sure some people are sick. But yeah, like I said, this video I did not plan to come. I just wanted to come and see the lab. And I guess the content creator in me wanted to kind of capture the moment. More for memories for me. You've seen some pictures I've taken with people who I've managed to see here. Okay, like I said, I didn't plan. But yeah, this is kind of a bit of strolling down memory lane, where for 4 years, blood, sweat and tears were done in all of these different locations that you've seen in this kind of media vlog. And yeah, I just want to say, I don't know, to be fair, it's a bit starstruck that at least I've been grateful to got to see the places where I spent most of my life, you know. And for those who've been along the journey, where you saw the first video you see on my channel where it's all about the PhD, the side you don't see. This is the side that nobody saw, like, you know, the locations where I used to be. And now that I'm leaving this university and I'm leaving my roles right here, it's nice to at least see some of the places that I spent my time. So thank you for watching, thank you for to DNU for being there and existing for the notion of 13 years of my life was spent at this university in various different roles. But yeah, I guess this is me signing off for the last time at De Montfort University and on to bigger and better things.